Hello there guys, it's IDSlatt back again with another review, and today we're taking a look at the Mega Construx Halo Recon Getaway set. So this set released in 2020 and has 123 pieces, and it also retails for a price of $14.99. So let's jump straight into it, starting with the build first. Okay, so first we have the mongoose here. This is the build for the set, of course. It is a very simple build. Probably takes you about 5 minutes. This is really a great set to get for someone who's just starting out with these sets. It's got this nice, just kind of suspension almost here. Like you can see it, it'll turn, which is cool. You can kind of make it like simulate hitting bumps, which is awesome. I really like this thing. It looks great on display. You can fit the Marines on here too, of course. I have them like the classic way, but you can put them how they sit on it in the 343 era mongoose. It just doesn't really work that well for some reason, but you can have them hold on to it. It just looks really weird. I think this thing looks great. It's got this same UNSC green we've been getting for the Halo Infinite vehicles, which looks great. Very accurate to the in-game model. The only thing I can really point out that it's missing is just the UNSC logo towards the front of it, and maybe like the lights, but that kind of does a decent job of simulating the lights, so I'm not mad at it. It looks good overall. There's no printed pieces on it, which is fine because it's a relatively cheap set, so I can forgive that. So yeah, this is what it looks like with the figures on it. Let me take these guys off so you can kind of get a better view of what it looks like, just the mongoose itself. All right, so this is just the mongoose, no figures on it. Still looks just as good. You can see they built this seat area very nicely. Looks pretty complete. They use this this piece here to put the feet on there, which is nice. And you can see they also do have the feet area for the Marine to stand on, and there's no like console piece for like the wheel here, which is, I think that's fine. Again, this set's only $15, so I'm not expecting too much in the way of that. This piece here, just like the Gun Goose that I reviewed maybe a month ago, is just one piece. It's just one chassis piece, and these suspension thingies, whatever you want to call them, are their own pieces, and the wheels attached. So overall, I think this thing looks great. Not too much, obviously, because it's a mongoose, but for what it is, I think they did a great job. Now let's move on to the figures. Alright, so the first figure we have here is the Grunt Conscript. This is like the most basic grunt you can get. It's in this classic orange color. I think it looks great. It's got this silver on his tank. He looks very good, very accurate to the Halo Infinite grunts. He does come with a very purple needler, which I think it looks good. Obviously, it's not painted. That's alright. I'm liking this thing. It looks good. If I take off the mask... Oh, actually, I just took off his head. Let me see if I can take off. Okay, yeah. If you take off his mask, he's like extremely ugly, which is to be expected because, well, I mean, he's a grunt, of course. Grunts are ugly. This is what he looks like. He's very cute. I love how 343 went back to this classic design. I think Mega did a great job translating this design here. So yeah, he's a very good looking figure. I'm digging him. He does come built straight out of the box, which I think is nice. So yeah, that's the grunt there. So the second figure we have here is the Elite. This is your standard Elite in this nice classic blue color. We see a lot of these guys in Infinite. I think they did a great job with them in this form. So he does have the darker. I think this is an undersuit they're simulating under his armor, which looks good. The blue looks great as well. It has this classic Elite design which is very reminiscent of the Bungie era, which I think looks great. He does come with a plasma rifle. I really wish we had these in Infinite, but it's good to see here. I think Elites look great with plasma rifles. It's in purple, which I think that's a good color to choose. Yeah, very, very simple figure. Not really too much to talk about, but this is probably my favorite figure in this set. I just love this Elite design. So I think it looks good for sure. Definitely a great army builder as well. So then the third figure we have here is another Marine. Well, this guy is the darker skin tone here, which I think is great to see. He comes with a tactical shotgun. These Marines look very, very good. I love how they all usually have like different shoulder designs, which I think is awesome. Actually, looking at him, I think, yeah, they did. These guys come assembled out of the package. And I just realized that mine actually had an upside down shoulder, which is fine. Anyways, he looks good. He's got a good amount of paint application. So he's got the gray painted on the legs, and he has obviously the visor painted on his helmet, and then there's gray on the helmet as well, which I think looks good. Another army buildable figure. All of these figures in this set are army buildable, which I think is great for a cheap set like this if you want to buy a bunch of these. And if I take off his helmet, you can see he has pretty nice head. I like it. Looks good. They don't give you an extra hairpiece, which I think is okay. And of course he does have the hole at the top of his head, but it's very small, so that's okay. He looks good overall. Again, just a Marine. I think the eyes on this guy are also great as well. I mean, look at that. They got the white and the pupils in there. Absolutely fantastic figure for sure, even though it is just a Marine. So let's move on to the next one. All right, so the last figure we have is the Goatee Marine. I like this guy. He looks really cool. He does not have shoulder plates, which I think is okay. He has these shoulders that aren't meant for shoulder pads, which might not be a good thing if you want to put shoulder pads on it, but I think it's okay. Pretty much same outfit besides not having the shoulder pads as the other Marine. Obviously, he does have a different skin tone, lighter skin tone, and he has a very, very nice goatee. And if I take off his helmet, you can see he also was done very well. His eyes look great. Yeah, I like this guy. He looks good. The goatee looks pretty sick. I'm digging it for sure. Let me put that helmet back on. So yeah, he looks really cool. I think the goatee just looks awesome with his helmet. And then he does have a black SMG. That is the one you can put attachments on if you have some. Unfortunately, there is no muzzle flashes with this set, but that's not a big deal. So yeah, that's the Marine there. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the set. I think this is a great set. If I had to rate it, I would probably give it a 10 out of 10. Absolutely flawless here. If I really had to nitpick it, I could maybe say just add a UNSC logo on the mongoose. But honestly, this set's so cheap, I'm not going to hold that up against him. I think this is a great set. If you see it online for sale, I would do it, even for retail. But honestly, at this point, I've been seeing it for like $7 for that. I would probably say screw it and just buy 2 of these things. I mean, these are awesome. I'm loving them. Loving this set. So yeah, that's it for the review here. I think it's a great set. It's a little old at this point, so you can definitely find it on sale on like Amazon and pretty much everywhere at this point. So yeah, that's it. Stay tuned for more reviews. As always, I'm gonna try and get these guys once every week. I've been trying to do every Friday, so just keep posted. I think I'm gonna take a look at the Razorback Blitz set next, so definitely keep an eye out for that review. As always, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Feel free to like if you liked it. Feel free to dislike if you didn't. And maybe if you want to, you can subscribe as well for more excellent content like this. And I will catch you guys in the next video.